I have community history. I have historical knowledge of the J and what went on here. And I have some. Other people have other pieces, but I do remember we spent a lot of time here. Well, my family moved here in the late 70s, I think 1979, and my husband was recruited to the university, and we were looking for a Jewish community. And our entree to the Jewish community was the JCC, which was on Plummer, pretty close to our house. We lived in town. And I even worked as a preschool teacher there for a year or two. And then the JCC moved. So that was our beginning. We certainly belonged to a synagogue, but we really focused on the JCC as a family. The people that were planning this building had lots of meetings where we came and spoke about what our priorities were, and we were invited to some of those, and we were invited to the groundbreaking. I remember that they had a party on the piece of property to camp out as they were breaking the ground. So we had a little tent and we slept out on the property with a lot of people. And then I helped give tours of the new building once the building opened, because we wanted people to come see it. So there was a tour, there was a little speech, and I gave people tours. The cultural events, we tried to come to most of them, but the ones that stood out the most for me were the ones at the film festival, connected to the films. Activity, events, artists that came in and did a concert after the event, and I remember a lot of those. They were great. There's just so many. It was always something going on at the J. It definitely enhances the experience. It definitely broadens your understanding. Sometimes you see a film or read a book and you don't really like it or don't get it, and then you discuss it, and all of a sudden it opens new directions for you. So when you have a director and or producer or actor, people are asking questions and things are explained a little more that aren't so obvious to some of us, and it just enhances the experience greatly. And so that really brings people out and helps you appreciate the work. I think one of the things that I admired was that people were thinking out of the box here. For instance, the sculpture garden. You know, that was the idea of some people, and we certainly have the land, and they had the connections. It is a way we can combine the needs of the community and also artists, so people can be in art without having to go look for it. They're already here, and they can be immersed in the art world also to learn about it, and artists can interact with community members who may not have had access to it before. The arts always makes you, looking at art or listening to art or makes you think about yourself and see yourself in those mediums also. It's a time to reflect, to pause, to take some time. So I think that's one good purpose of the arts in the J and health. So it's always a pleasure to walk in here and see the little carts with the kids. I have grandkids, but they're in other communities, and so I can wave at these kids and visualize my own grandkids, and hopefully somebody is waving at them. But when we did those tours of the J, when the J first opened, one of the things we said, people would say, why do you have this long gallery to get to the exercise class? And we'd say, because it's like a village. You need to see things going on. It's not just get to your exercise class and leave, or get to the concert and leave. It's be in community, and I think that's one of the values of all these different age groups being here. And I don't mind I love to hear the songs, whatever they're singing upstairs, or it is a pleasure, and it kind of makes you relax and makes you understand that you're not just rushing to something and leaving. Well, I think the JCC is a focal point, a center meeting place for young families, and I see that with camp with so many kids, and hopefully in the future those kids will stay in Tucson. We'd like to keep some of our kids in Tucson and be part of this community too. The facility is beautiful. They always keep it up. The grounds are beautiful and inviting for all kinds of milestone events for families, and hopefully people will keep it in mind. And I think people do have it in mind, because I see all kinds of events here from the Jewish community and from the broader community here all the time. So yeah, I think in the future, hopefully it'll be as important as it is now and as it was for me. I think that it provides a place for people to meet each other. I will meet people, not Jewish people, out in the community, and they will belong to the J exercise. And I do see sometimes, if I'm exercising, I do see people that I know from other parts of the community. So it does make the community more cohesive and makes you feel comfortable, and those people feel comfortable here with the JCC. So it's a gathering place and a place for meeting. I think there's something here for everybody. Everybody is welcomed, and we're glad to have everyone. So it's important to donate to the J to keep it going. And we have a facility that we can be proud of that creates a lot of fun activities and memorable events for us. I belong, you belong, everyone belongs.